Welcome to the Three Forms Podcast, a joint production of Beaver Dam Christian Reformed Church and Coopersville CRC. Together we are touring our historic three forms of unity, the Belgic Confession, Heidelberg Catechism, and the Canons of Dort, considering how these old and trusted paths can equip and lead God's people in the midst of today's challenges. So let's start this week's episode. Welcome back to the podcast. My name is Pastor Lloyd Hemstreet.
And, well, I'm still Reverend Tyler Wagenmaker, but this really isn't actually a podcast, Lloyd.
Well, not exactly. This isn't an episode.
This is a friendly announcement.
This is a friendly announcement. That's a great way of discussing what
we are very
today.
Friendly people, and we have a really important announcement to make.
Oh, well, that we do. We have the Three Forms podcast.
We do.
And we've successfully completed our journey through the Heidelberg, and we're getting excited about starting on the Belgic and going through that. But we are also not the only ones out there in the Christian Reformed Church that are looking to encourage us to all grow in our confessions. And so friends of ours have come up with our Three Forms of Unity training event that they are going to host here in the West Michigan area at Hillcrest CRC on March 15, 2025.
It's going to be a be there or be square kind of event, I think.
Okay.
all those who really want to continue to grow in their knowledge and understanding and application of our three forms of unity, the Reformed Confessions, this is a place to be.
This will be the place to be.
This will be.
And you do not have to be CRC to attend either.
You don't.
This will be for any in the Reformed churches that are or appreciate Reformed doctrine, that our church leaders or want to be. They will all be welcome to come and join us.
They will.
Saturday morning.
In fact, one of the main conference speakers is himself. He's not Christian Reformed, Dr. Chad Van Dixhorn. He's a professor at Reformed Theological Seminary. He's one of the two main speakers for this training event on that Saturday morning and Saturday afternoon. The other one is a Christian Reformed pastor, well known here in certainly West Michigan, but in broader Christian Reformed circles. And beyond that, too, he's a well-known conference speaker, Reverend C.J. Dindal, the longtime pastor at Trinity Christian Reformed Church in Sparta, Michigan. He's been pastoring there for over 30 years.
Yeah.
I interned. Actually, I was their very first seminary intern.
Were you?
At Trinity CRC. And of
they
course,
kept having interns after that experience?
They had such a delightful time with me. They're like, we need to just keep this ball rolling. This is a great party. Let's keep moving along with it.
Okay.
On there. But he is CJ is known for his catechism preaching and teaching.
Right.
And encouraging that.
Yeah, that church has been very well catechized and discipled over the years. And so he's going to be sharing from his knowledge and how he's been blessed and seen the confessions bless that congregation for over his 30 years, more than 30 years of ministry in that flock.
And so this is it's an encouragement to everyone. I mean, who's invited? Certainly those who are, they're encouraging 16 and over, so high school age and above, college age.
Yeah.
Middle school, I'm sure, is fine too if you have an interest. And if any of your son or daughter is interested in just learning more about the Reformed Confessions. But also, too, it is intentional in trying to shape future church leaders, even though anyone can attend it and learn and benefit from it. There is a particular kind of emphasis to say we need to train up the next generation and the current generation also too, just to know the confessions. As we're seeing this revitalization, this growing energy about what does it mean to be a confessional church, which is not just a Christian Reformed thing, it's a broader thing. So many other different Reformed denominations, Presbyterian denominations are experiencing this.
Right.
And we're just living into that and helping to also lead into that. And this training event is one of these really important ways to do that on that Saturday morning.
Yep. So we've talked about the two primary speakers that will be there. I guess from what I understand, you and I are going to be there as well. I don't know if that's a reason to come or a reason not to come, but
well, it's better to be a doorkeeper in the house of the Lord than not. Maybe that's what we'll be. Maybe we will just hold open the door for people, and so hopefully people will not get scared away.
Right?
Since we're at the doors,
make it inside.
That's true, but there'll be some bling, some giveaway stuff there.
Yeah.
Reform Fellowship Publishing House has been invited, and they are participating. They're going to be giving some bundle of book giveaways at this conference or this training event. In fact, every attendee is going to receive a free book, Crisis in the Reformed Churches by Peter Y. DeYoung, P.Y. DeYoung, and that is a free giveaway. Every attendee is going to receive that. And plus, there's going to be other books that are going to be available for sale there for purchase. It starts at 9 o'clock in the morning. It finishes at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Right.
It provides lunch.
Yep, lunch will be included in your ticket price. So,
and I would expect this is probably like a $235 training event, probably. Right?
It is actually a bit under that.
Oh, is it?
It doesn't. It's not.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
It's not going to be.
It's not going to. It's actually going to be $35.
$35.
Just drop the two off the front.
Yeah, so it's not like how we number our episodes on our podcast. It's just the $35, but that's what it is per person, and you'll get the benefit of time together, time in worship, time in study and learning, and fellowship, as well as the meals together. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a day well spent together.
Yeah. So some question and answer periods, breakout or panel discussions, some time of singing will take place there too. So a little bit of time of prayer, praying for our churches, for, again, renewal, for revitalization in these churches. As we get back to the gospel, I mean, we were been talking about the Belgic Confession, kind of the history of that in our most latest episode of the podcast, and how God's people then were willing to face great dangers, all for the sake of the truth of the gospel and the exposition of it too. So if people want to register for that,
right,
they should do that. How?
Yeah.
Lloyd?
Well, the way to register is going to be through the Eventbrite that has been set up for it. You can go ahead and find that by searching on Eventbrite for our 3 Forms of Unity event, or if you just Google it.
Or DuckDuckGo, we can, that's another, DuckDuckGo it.
Whatever your favorite search engine might be. If you put our 3 Forms of Unity event in there, it was listed and publicized by the Abide Project. It's been on our 3 Forms of Unity Substack as well. So there's a lot of information out there you can easily find and get connected to the Eventbrite to sign up, register, and come join us next March as we look forward to spending a day together in God's Word, as well as learning from how these confessions continue to lead and guide and prepare God's people to serve well in the future. Thanks for joining us on the 3 Forms Podcast, a joint ministry of Beaver Dam Christian Reformed Church and Coopersville CRC. To contact us, feel free to reach out through our Facebook page, Substack, on YouTube, or email us directly at 3formspodcast@gmail.com. 3 Forms Podcast, walking the good and trusted old paths together.